Welcome to What the We are to intelligent debate what replacement referees are to the NFL. Since we don't have a preview night show, let's just go to, let's see, what's next? Let's meet tonight's panel, voted the sexiest panel by the Corcoran Men's State Penitentiary. In the far chair, he's the call screener for KSCO's morning radio show, Good Morning Monterey Bay. It's Grant Patrizio. If charm was karaoke, Japanese businessmen would do him every Friday night in front of their coworkers just to blow off some steam. In the middle chair, it's attorney-at-law Mel Patterson. If penetrating legal insight was a dog that needed walking, I'd take him with a leash and a pooper scooper. Finally, in between them, it's the host of the only live KMBT show, John Wants Answers. It's John Bink. If spontaneous wit was deep space, NASA would spend billions just to probe him. Issue number 1. Does size matter if you are fatter? Does the key to lasting lie in a large repasting? Is there one less regret for being heavyset? Researchers at Irsis University in Turkey have correlated body mass index BMI and male sexual performance and find that men with excess body fat last longer in bed. Heavier men were able to make love for an average of 7.3 minutes compared to skinny guys who lasted a mere 108 seconds. Why? Men with excess fat showed higher levels of the female estradiol sex hormone. This substance apparently slowed their progression towards orgasm. Kind of like baseball. Ironically, the less masculine their bodies appeared, the better lovers they appeared to be. They also, ironically, found that men suffering from premature ejaculation were on the whole thinner and fitter than their fatter bros. For more, we turn to the cover model of Chubby Chasers magazine, Big E Fly. B Fly, your thoughts?
Gonna do with all that junk inside your trunk?
I'ma get you drunk, get you more drunk off my hump, 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 my lovely little lumps. Check it out, I drop these stuff is crazy, I do.
Yeah, now I know where all our female panelists were. They're over at his place getting some, I think, pretty much. But
if this issue has anything to say about it, then yes.
Grant. Since you're not the skinniest guy or the fattest guy at this table, I'll ask you, since you're the mid guy.
Since I'm the average for once.
You're the average guy. You buying this?
For me, buying this is more like wishful thinking. Because, like you said, I'm not the thinnest, most toned guy in the world. And I'm like, hey, there's something to be confident about in this regard.
Right.
Awesome.
Right. So wait a minute. Do you believe this or not?
That's actually really tough to say. I mean, I want to, but part of me is just like, no, this is a load. It can't be true.
Why?
Because why, like, from my experience, why would the women go after the larger ones in the first place? Because that's not what they're into. Well, so if that's not what they're into, why would we be able to have this study in the first place unless all the encounters were forced or there was money behind it or something?
Well, think about it. How do you think scientists conducted the study?
They probably forced it or bribed people with money.
Right. And then?
Then one thing leads to another many times.
Then they timed it.
Oh.
Right.
I didn't think you meant literally, but...
And then they had little electrodes, I assume, to determine whether or not it was over.
Yeah.
Right.
But...
Or maybe they do it with thermal imaging. Who knows? But,
yeah, exactly.
All right. So, you're not buying this. Of course, this could be who they sampled. They didn't. The study was unclear as to the number of people and the sample size.
Yeah.
Right. But you did get that number, 7.3 minutes versus 108 seconds. Right?
Yes, I did, which makes me want to believe this, but part of me is still very skeptical.
Do those numbers sound right to you?
You'll have to get back to me on that one.
All right, Mel. Those numbers sound right to you?
They sound absolutely right to me. I mean. What do you want, a reference list or something?
No. Okay, if the numbers sound right to you, are you closer to 7.3 or 108?
108.
Okay. Well, one's in minutes, the other one's in seconds, right?
Awkward.
I actually didn't do the math on that,
Awkward.
108 seconds is, Mel, think about it.
Less than 2 minutes.
There you go. So you're okay. I'm sorry that I made you confess on air as how long. Yeah, you buying this?
Oh yeah. absolutely.
Okay.
I mean,
Since you're the biggest guy,
I'm
at
the
the
biggest
table.
guy at the table, right? And frankly, it's because of all the training I've had. I mean, look,
Training?
fly. Yeah, sure. I mean,
Good night, everybody.
practice.
What? Okay, practice I kind of understand.
Well, that's training practice. It's the
Oh,
same
okay,
thing.
training.
you
I'm
know.
like training. What? That's
Training
usually not-
practice. It's the same thing. You know. You,
Let's just say the man has a lot of experience.
That's right. Thank you very
No.
much.
So you're closer to 108 seconds. Do you think that included foreplay?
No.
No. No. Because if it was, wait a minute. Okay, because if it included foreplay, then we're in real big
I
trouble,
know.
right?
I know. I know. I know. I know.
Awkward.
So what's a Saturday night with you then, Mel? With you, you're married. So what? You know, it's like.
Well, you had to put that out there, didn't you?
You put out the 108 seconds.
Hey, well, you know, it wasn't meant to broadcast the other part. You know?
No, don't worry. Don't answer that. Your wife might be watching the show. John,
Yes,
you're also a married man.
I am.
Buying this or not?
So I'm taking issue with better lover equates solely to only amount of time you can partake.
That's what she said. Yes.
Right. I kind of buy it. I think perhaps heavier people have more insulation, and so it takes longer for the feelings to produce.
Percolate up.
What do you-
Percolate, yes.
Well, when you say insulation, what do you mean?
I mean body fat.
Oh, as opposed to just wearing a condom.
Yes.
Okay, because there's probably not that much insulation down there, is there?
I don't know. I'm not an expert in this field.
As a married man, you're not an expert in this field. So can you
I'm
confirm?
not experienced in BMI of.
No, not that. no, not that number. The 7.3 minutes versus 108 seconds.
Oh. How would I know?
You're
Would I-
married.
I am married, yes, and I'm not authorized to speak about my personal experiences in that regard.
You have to understand
Especially
that,
on
that
the air.
married people, as married people, we don't inquire.
You don't keep time.
No.
How long have you been married, Mel?
20
You don't keep
years.
time.
I don't
You
keep
don't- How long have
time.
you been married, John?
5 years.
See, but you keep time there, but you don't keep time in the other place?
One might say that's just a sensitive area to keep
That's
time
right.
about.
Well, you see, there's a clear start and a clear end that can be measured by the calendar in case of being married.
Right.
In the other case, I'm not pressing start on a stopwatch.
No, that is true, but do you have just a rough estimate?
He doesn't like it rough.
Yeah, that's right. Pretty much.
Good night, everybody.
Well, you're lucky because we're out of time for this segment. Issue
too
number
bad.
2. Is it just bunk that we have less junk? Do you think before you shrink? Scientists in Italy have concluded that the average size of penis is roughly 10% smaller than it was 50 years ago. The study concludes that excess weight gain, particularly around the waist, is a contributing factor. They also note that environmental pollutants in the air have also shown to negatively impact penis size. Stress, smoking, and alcohol also play a factor. Others have also blamed global warming. For further comment, we turn to Bunny and a Condom. BNC, your thoughts?
What's up, Doc?
Thanks, Bugs.
Is there a big payoff here?
Yep. Now that's what I call an explosive finish.
I don't know if he's bigger, but he's probably sharper.
Ouch!
All right, John, you buying this or not? Believe or disbelieve this thesis?
Wait, the bunny part? Oh no,
That genitalia has been shrinking over time.
I don't know. See, I read the article without reading the actual research, and I questioned their methods of measurement. Like 50 years ago, like who starts a study 50 years ago and goes on until today?
I would assume condom
I
manufacturers.
think the measurements have methods that were changed or something.
You mean like from imperial weights to metric?
Maybe it was measuring from a different spot, like maybe, you know, it was the taint before, now it's a scrotum. I don't know.
Okay, or you mean they plant the
The
ruler? at
ruler
it?
is not consistent. Like,
Okay.
how do you get consistency 50 years span?
Well, could that explain why they think obesity has a negative impact? Because if they're measuring from the top of your stomach, right, as opposed to from the bottom, right, there are more waste that gets pushed out more and it gets smaller.
I would have thought that obesity would make it bigger. Because you're bigger everywhere, right? I don't know. Are you bigger everywhere?
I haven't seen that many male penises. Too bad we don't.
As opposed to female ones, right?
Right. No, those I see on the internet.
Those everybody sees on the internet.
Right.
I don't know if those are photoshopped or not. Though.
Probably, but still.
Yeah, Mel, you buying this?
Nope. And as the probably the only person on this panel who's over 50, I can safely say that I'm a lot bigger than I was 50 years ago.
I don't think that's what they meant. I figured what they meant was 50 years ago they took a man your age and measured him. He'd be longer than you today.
You're reading stuff into this study that just may not be there. I really think you're making assumptions. You're assuming facts, not in evidence.
Well, you read the article, right?
Yes.
Were you able to? The thing I did, I tried to find the actual study. I couldn't. Were you able to find the study?
No, and that's why I say I think you're assuming facts, not in evidence.
Weren't the kids in the 70s using the penis pumps all the time?
I don't know.
That was a big.
I think that was the 60s.
That was the 60s.
60s.
Okay, that was
lines
the
up
60s.
perfectly,
I
right?
was born in '89. How do I know that's the 60s?
Hey, Grant. So you think circumcision might have factored into this study?
Maybe by like a centimeter or something. I don't know.
No, is that how you measure it?
No.
Those metric measurements.
Well, that was an odd angle to approach the question from.
Yeah,
Metric high five.
No pun intended. No pun intended.
Right.
Yeah. Do you think this has? Do you think this has any relation to the previous issue about being able to last in bed?
I am buying the issue mainly because there are lots of other studies out there that show your body not performing how it needs to in various ways, not just that one, when you're stressed or you drink a lot of alcohol or you smoke a lot or whatever. So I just feel like, okay, this could be another one of those.
Do you think we're more stressed and all that other stuff now than we were 50 years ago?
Oh, yeah, because society is moving a lot faster these days than it did before.
Could it just be Italian men?
Not necessarily just Italians.
Well, or just the sample size. A bad sample.
Yeah, bad sample, purely Italians. Thanks. I see what you did there. Thanks for that.
Oh, no, sorry. You're not Italian, are you?
I am.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If the last name wasn't a dead giveaway.
I didn't think about that when I was writing these questions.
Sure you didn't. Sure you didn't.
Sure you didn't.
Yeah, right.
Whatever.
Just like you didn't think about the topic choices.
Well, no, I actually thought about that. But anyways, we are out of time for the segment. On to our first break. Wow, that is a big rack. Oh, issue number 3. He got fined while doing it while reclined. If the chair is a rockin', should the cops come and knock him? And he was caught sticking his meat in a love seat. A 46-year-old Wisconsin man was charged in Waukesha County Circuit Court with 1 count of lewd and lascivious behavior. An off-duty police officer saw Gerald P. Streeter having sex with an abandoned couch sat on a curb at 11 p.m. in the evening. The officer observed Streeter by the couch and thrusting his hips as if he was having sex with the person. Streeter ran off into a local apartment where the officer then discovered Streeter lived there and filed a report. For further comment, we turn to the couch's previous owners joining us live from the KMBT Green Room. Guys, what do you think?
I think I see why the couch left.
Yeah, we're going to have to clean up the green room. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going back in there.
Yeah, don't go back in the green room. All right, Mel, you're the lawyer. Crime or no crime?
No crime there, unless the couch complained. I mean, there was like, a rape charge or something.
Did the couch file that report?
Yeah, I honestly don't see what the problem with a man in a consenting couch.
I don't think the couch can't consent, but you don't think it's like obscene conduct, indecent exposure?
Listen, I used to live in San Francisco, and the definition of lewd and lascivious conduct is out the window as far as I'm concerned.
This wouldn't count San Francisco?
No, absolutely not.
All right. Well, anyway, so Grant, crime or no crime?
I wouldn't call it a crime. I just call it really weird.
Okay.
I mean, was he on drugs or something? Can they do like a? I don't even know.
We'll find out it is arraignment, I guess. But
Either that or, I mean, depending on what happened, can they take a DNA sample from the unfortunate couch and figure things out?
well, I don't.
I don't think DNA would help, actually, but you know what I mean.
I don't know if he got there or not, but
For the couch's sake, I hope he didn't.
what kind of couch do you think it was?
Obviously, a pretty fancy one if he was going to go that far.
Corduroy for sure.
No, I was thinking, love seat.
I don't love seat counts on the couch.
I think love seat does count as a couch.
Love seat is a more petite couch, which is probably what he's into.
I would call it Chesterfield.
As opposed to a sofa sleeper. Because
A love seat named Chesterfield. Well, we
a lot of
know
people would
his
have fucked
alignment.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Hey, John. Guy was married. I don't know if you read the article, but he was married.
Yes.
What do you think his wife looks like?
The
Love
love
that
seat.
she's soft and nice to sit on. I don't know. I hadn't thought of this beforehand. I don't think he was specifically aroused by the couch.
What do you think?
I think he just had something he had to finish, and he thought, I could use this to finish it.
Okay, but he wasn't homeless. So presumably he has a home, right? He has a home, and there's a couch in the home. That's an assumption.
This is not normal.
So he's cheating on his own couch.
He's cheating on his own couch.
to be
That's
clear,
awful.
this is not normal behavior.
Yeah. So why do you think he did it on the couch on a street curb versus the couch he has at home?
I don't think his wife wants him doing it on the family couch.
That's true. That could leave a stain, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I assume the couch on the street was trash, like to be picked up soon.
You mean the couch was asking for it?
Did the couch start throwing money at him then?
The couch there, sit there with its cushions to split.
Oh my God.
I've heard of couch sluts, but this is ridiculous.
The couch, being disposed of wasn't a victim per se.
All right.
Having said that, I don't want that behavior happening in my neighborhood. I don't want all the couches being soiled.
Right.
Well, if it's,
But the couch is waiting to be picked up.
yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Okay. All right. So you don't, Mel, you think the couch was asking for it?
Yeah, I think so.
You think it was asking?
I think there's no crime here. He should just, and I don't even understand why the police got involved in this.
Do you think Todd Aiken would call this legitimate rape?
No, I'm pretty sure he would not.
I think the cops should get involved. Like, I don't want this happening in my neighborhood. I don't want guys going around,
You
Fucking
wouldn't have
couches
a
and
problem
leaving little
with-
presents
with-
behind.
There you
Yeah.
go. All right. Okay. All right. So we are done with issue number 3. Let's go to issue number 4. Will he take the fall for serving his meatballs? Was it a treat to eat the other white meat? A Japanese man who cooked his genitals and served them to diners at a Tokyo restaurant has been charged with indecent exposure. Mao Sugiyama had his penis and testicles surgically removed by a physician in March. His genitals have been certified free of infections and were frozen for 2 months before being served up at a banquet in Suginami, a residential area in western Tokyo. Sugiyama, who had described himself as an asexual illustrator, could not be arrested for cooking or selling his genitals, as there is no law against cannibalism in Japan. Go figure. So, what do they taste like? We asked one of the diners, and we got this response.
Because everybody knows they're the best critics.
Kind of gassy.
Yeah.
Kind of gassy. All right. So who am I going to start with? I already started all 3. So, Grant, it's your turn. Is this in good taste or bad taste?
Considering I've never actually tasted it and don't plan to, I would assume that it's in bad taste.
Well, no, not what did they taste like. Just is the whole concept of serving one's genitals a good thing, good taste or bad taste?
Well, I'd still personally think it's in pretty bad taste. I mean, first of all, why would somebody want to do that to themselves? Because it's kind of a one-time thing, and you can't. It's not something you can, say is regular, because then you'd have to start getting them surgically removed from other Japanese citizens, and I don't think other Japanese citizens would be down with that.
No, I think it's more of a one-shot deal.
That's exactly what I was saying, and,
Now,
and why would somebody want to do
Now,
that?
you read the article. He initially wanted to do something else with his genitals, right? Remember what that was?
I kind of blocked that out.
He was going to eat them himself, but he thought that was too selfish.
Share the love.
Well, yes, I suppose that is sharing the love, but I mean, why would you want to share it that way? Because then people can't enjoy it again if they happen to enjoy it the first time.
Again, it's like pate, a once in a lifetime experience. Right? Ugh. How many people do you think he was able to serve?
That really depends on how thin of slices he cut it into.
Or how much he had, right?
Well, yeah. I mean,
you think he was part of the Italian study?
Considering the regional gap, probably not.
Okay, see, there you go. See, we could fit in an ethnic joke somewhere, but maybe we get letters from the Asian brothers. So, but yeah, so how many people do you think he was able to serve?
Oh,
Rough estimate. Not like a precise estimate, like to the centimeter or anything like that. But.
well, I wouldn't know to the centimeter, but I'd probably say 10 if he cut it right.
Yeah? Okay.
If he cut it right.
Oops, sorry. We'll just keep going. I left my timer going. Hey, John, good taste or bad taste?
I think it's a bad taste.
Again?
So I think he was charged with a decent exposure, but I think that was like Elliot Ness charging Al Capone with tax evasion.
Right.
I don't think that's really what the Japanese authorities were against.
Yes.
It was the fact that you're serving, your junk.
Okay.
Which at first I thought, hey, it's his right, it's his freedom to do it. But then I had to think again about it because even though the demand for cooked penises, humans, is probably pretty low, the supply is probably even lower.
Yes.
So I would fear for the gray market
Okay.
or the black market, because how are they going to get these penises?
All right. Yeah. So, what do you think it tasted like?
Does anything taste like chicken?
I wouldn't know. Is that what you're going with, chicken?
I'm going with chicken.
Mel?
Personally, I'd go
again,
with
you're
sausage
the lawyer.
myself.
Yes,
He was charged with indecent exposure. I know you're not a Japanese lawyer,
correct.
but you think he'll beat the rap?
Yeah, well, yeah, in light of the fact that there's no law against it, apparently so. But I mean, it's in seriously bad taste.
Yes.
I mean,
But there are a lot of things in bad taste that are
how do you? What do you?
like this show.
Well, there you go.
But right?
And how do you? What do you go in and ask for? Look at the menu and say fried suganami, please, or
Sausage and meatballs. Sausage and meatballs. Bangers and mash.
Bangers and
Oh, God!
Right?
There you go.
So many ethnic food jokes right now.
Dick.
Fucking dick. I like
Hopefully I
that.
don't have to bleed myself out on that one. But
That is a legitimate food choice. That is absolutely a legitimate food choice.
okay, well, yeah, look, it's a legitimate food choice. Would you try the other white meat?
I think not.
All right.
I absolutely think not.
Well, we are out of time for this segment. On to our second break. Oh, yeah, that green room is going to be messy. Oh, welcome back to the show. All right, we're at the final segment of our show, and this is the discard pile. These are stories we considered using for the show, but didn't because we picked something else. So let's see here. And couple of these stories came in afterwards, so we won't necessarily hold it to us. But let's see. So first story is Texas reinstates prison guard who had Facebook friends with inmates at prison. So apparently it's okay to be Facebook friends with prisoners if you're a prison guard. So what's your take on that, Grant?
Pardon the obvious phrasing here, but what the that's really all that circulated through my head at this point. I'm just like, wait.
Well, are you surprised that prisoners in Texas can have Facebook accounts?
They probably had them before they got arrested, and the fact that the prison guard added them on Facebook either makes me think he's doing that to troll them or that he's super desperate.
There you go. Well, you think prisoners have access to their Facebook accounts in prison?
Probably not.
Well,
so they'll just see a lot when they get back.
For the sake of comedic effect, assume that they did. What do you think their status updates will look like?
Why did a prison guard add me as a friend on Facebook?
Think more expansively.
Can I get out of here, please?
More expansively.
I don't know what you're asking for.
Had fun in shower. You unfriend your fellow prisoners. Put your relationship status complicated.
Complicated with the prison.
There you go. All right. Hey, John, what's your reaction to this story?
I don't know if it should be against the rules, but it's clearly in bad judgment.
Yeah.
And then the prisoner has to accept the friend request, and if he doesn't, there could be payback.
Exactly. The shanking.
Yeah.
You think they put shanking as a like?
I highly doubt that.
Or just anal rape as a like?
Well, the rape part implies it's something you like.
Oh, there. Could be.
What?
Well, unless you're giving it, I guess.
It's all a matter of perspective, I think.
Yeah. To end the
Angle, you know.
Yeah.
Are you giving or receiving? Mel, as a lawyer, what do you think?
Well, I do know that, as one person said, the term poke has an entirely different meaning in this regard.
Yeah, the guy who said that was a total jerk. But anyways, right. But, all right, next story. Looking at cute YouTube videos of animals actually makes you more productive at work. So, Mel, what was your reaction?
I have no idea because, frankly, I'm the most unproductive person in the company.
Do you look at a lot of cute
No.
animal videos at work?
And so maybe I should. Maybe I should.
Maybe you should look
Maybe I
at cute
should,
kitty videos and doggy
yeah,
puppy
yeah.
videos. John, what do you think?
I don't think so. I think people who like watching these videos
Right.
lied in the survey so that they could keep on watching the cute animal videos.
Right. Okay. So you buying that? Okay. So you're not buying it.
I'm not buying it.
Grant, your reaction.
I don't buy it either. As someone who just recently graduated from university, whenever people were on Facebook in class, they were also on YouTube watching these cute animal videos instead of taking notes.
Did you say graduate from university?
Yes, I did.
Are you British or something?
I have a little bit of British in my ancestry,
Along with the
actually.
Italian,
Along with the
actually.
Italian.
Along with the Italian, yes.
So that offsets the smaller penis thing?
Why is that a British thing to say?
I thought the British thing was the really bad teeth.
Oh, there you go.
Anyway, but yeah, since I just graduated, I would know from personal experience that that is a load of crap.
All right, so we got a minute left, so let's do one more story. Study from Norway found that couples who split the housework 50-50 are more likely to divorce than couples where the woman does most or all the housework. Hey, Mel, you're married.
They're more likely to divorce?
Yes, so if you're...
I'm doomed.
So if you split 50-50, you're more likely to divorce than if you just made your wife do all or most of the housework. You buying that or not?
In that event, I'm doomed to be married forever because I end up doing all the housework. My wife is terrible at housework.
No. Not necessarily, because it only compared two possibilities. You add a third possibility.
Well, no, didn't it say one spouse does all the housework?
No, the wife.
The wife does more of the housework. See, you're being too politically correct. You have to be sexist.
And now
Okay.
a wrench was just thrown into everything.
Yeah.
John, you're also married?
I agree because I think if we did half and half, she'd always be complaining that I'm doing it wrong all the time.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't know how to clean a sink
Oh, you don't know how to clean a sink?
or
so
vacuum.
so she does more of the housework and you're happily married.
So far.
All right. Grant, sadly we ran out of time. Since you're not married, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I
All
was
right.
going to say.
Hey, we're done with the show. If you want to contact us on the internet via Facebook, Twitter, or email, the information is down here on this little screen below, on this little thing. So anyways, thanks a lot. Later.
Are you suggestively complete?